And now I would invite Bahaa Hariri to come to the podium for the award.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Atlantic Council for their support and the honor bestowed on my father through this award. My family and I are deeply humbled. If only my father were with us now. I don't mean if only he were here this evening to receive this Global Citizen Award, even though I am sure he would have been both gratified and grateful to receive this honor in person. What I mean is, I started thinking months ago, at the time of the Tunisian and Egyptian revolutions, that I wished my father were here to see these historic transformations unfolding before us. To see people in most Arab countries find their voice and demand what they have been lacking for so long: dignity. Rafik Hariri knew there was no reason in the world why people in the Middle East should not have dignity. He saw that people of Lebanon and of other Arab countries were full of talent, initiative, and capability. He believed there was no limit to what they could achieve once they were able to move beyond the conflicts, injustice, and repressions holding them back. He dedicated his life to the rebuilding of Lebanon and the education of his children. To his last day on this earth, he believed that Lebanon could lead the way toward an era in which the great promise and potential of the Arab world would finally be realized. And now, citizens of many Arab countries have spoken up and made clear that the values for which Rafik Hariri worked enjoy overwhelming support in Arab societies today. That does not mean that democracy, the rule of law, respect of human rights, women's empowerment, and the non-violent resolution of conflicts will materialize overnight in these countries. But it does mean that Arab citizens are now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. They see hope. Hisham Qasim, who founded an independent newspaper that is now Egypt's largest circulation daily, used to hear Egyptian officials say that it would take a long time for Egypt to achieve real democracy. Hisham responded that he did not mind how long the road might be, but asked, when do we start? Well, Hisham, Egypt is now on its way to the democratic future demanded by protesters in Tahrir Square, and to regaining its position as the vanguard of change in the region. I strongly believe that Egypt, with the right leadership that candidly promotes political and civic transparency and rule of law, will inspire the confidence and faith in the rest of the region to take this path towards a democratic and just future. The path away from the conflicts and oppression that have stifled Arab citizens and toward the bright future they deserve. Though it will most likely be long and difficult, with many twists and turns, that at times it might not be clear whether things are getting better or worse. It is a road that is not for the timid or the cynical, but for those who have the strength and vision to convert their dreams into reality, no matter how long it takes. To be sure, it will require wisdom and patience on the part of the United States and Europe to understand these transitions, as well as to engage politically and economically with the Middle East in ways that encourage and incentivize sound democratic development and economic growth. This is why I have sponsored the creation of the Rafik Hariri Center for the Middle East at the Atlantic Council to provide insight and policy recommendations that respond to the reality of a rapidly changing Arab region. The Atlantic Council is the right place to house a new Middle East center because restoring European and American leadership is essential to the success of the Arab transitions. Europe and the United States need to resolve their respective financial crises and resume effective cooperation for many reasons. First and foremost, for the sake of the global economy. Right now, the European situation, in an already precarious global economic situation, could cause an international paralysis if not tackled immediately. But beyond that, it is also critical to the Arab countries where political and economic transitions might stumble if the transatlantic community fail to engage constructively. We need to see clearly the implications of global economic and financial issues for the Middle East, and to see in turn the implications of failed transitions in major Arab countries for the global community. This is indeed an era in the Arab world that needs global citizens who, like Rafik Hariri, will struggle and succeed against the odds and will pay whatever price is required of them. And I believe our young generation in the Arab world is showing that they have the confidence and imagination and the tenacity that will be needed. I thank you for your attention and for this great acknowledgement of my father's legacy.